You were talking about the scientific independent studies of crop yields and health use, but did you ever look at the alternative, which was different agricultural practices, such as crop rotation and things like that? Do you have any studies to show those comparisons?
Assemblyman, I think other people will talk about that today, that there is a wealth of research, as you know, into these, and, you know, the
Yeah, but
neonics
won't
are on the
those
market
other practices also produce what you want to produce here? It might be a little bit more difficult, maybe a little more expensive, time-consuming, but there is an alternative to using these pesticides, isn't there?
Well, let's look at Europe, and there wasn't, where they had to reallow after restrictions. And the growers today who are going to speak later, I'm sure will talk to you firsthand about their experience with trying different practices and why they need
I'm not going to go into that question right now, but not allow that answer to stand unchallenged. You're saying Europe has reallowed it with restrictions. What restrictions?
Europe has issued emergency derogations, which is a allowance for a certain time period, so generally a season, to use neonicotinoids.
Okay, but so they're very highly restricted.
They're as restricted as they would have been on the market. So the allowance is for a particular crop and case related to a pest, and per country to be.
Now, I wanted to ask the doctor who spoke first. You spoke about best practices. Best practices to do what?
Okay, so
Are those best practices to keep these pesticides from getting into humans and affecting bugs and insects? Or are they best practices just to produce a good product?
So the best practices I'm talking about are keeping the product on the field, and because that's the intended cycle. And so by doing so, even on our labels today, and even the new neonicotinoid labels in the future will have buffers. So in other words, if you have a buffer in the field, it keeps it from going to the water. We're talking about specific droplet size, because larger droplet means that it doesn't drift.
And does anybody supervise farmers who do this to make sure that they're following these
The
practices?
states have authority to do that. We have it on the labels.
So you're saying our state employees are supposed to be going out looking at each farm and making sure they're following these practices?
Well, okay, so I'm going back, I think we're mixing things right now. When I talk about best management practices, a lot of that is in addition to the label. What I was just referring to was on the label. So yes, we will have education. We will talk about how to use these products. We will ensure that they're using them. We will do.
When you say ensure, how do you ensure?
We do studies. We do monitoring. We do water monitoring and that type of thing, but the ideal is not to find it in the water, it's to keep it on the field, and so you really want to do it.
That's the object, correct.
Exactly, and so to me, that's the important thing, and, we're continually improving things.
I think we agree on what's the important
Thank
thing.
you,
The question is, are we getting there?